फाउंडेशन फॉर डिफेंस ऑफ डेमोक्रेसीज के एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर और पूर्व यूएस ट्रेजरी काउंटर टेररिज्म एनालिस्ट जोनाथन शेंजर कहते हैं, हम जानते हैं कि वाइस प्रेसिडेंट जेडी वेंस विदेशी दखल को लेकर नकारात्मक सोच रखते हैं और मुझे लगता है कि वे शुरू से ही इस युद्ध को लेकर बहुत चिंतित रहे हैं। लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि चीन का सवाल असल में सबसे दिलचस्प है।
Well, look, we know that J.D. Vance holds a dim view of foreign intervention, and I think he's been very concerned about this war from the get-go. We lump him into a group broadly described as neo-isolationists here in this country, just people who are deeply skeptical of the American use of force to shape forces around the globe. But I think the question of China is really the one that is the most interesting. When we look at Pakistan, what we need to understand is that this is a country that is greatly indebted to China. China, through Belt and Road and through debt trap diplomacy, they have the Pakistanis right where they want them. And so the question is, are the Pakistanis trying to work with the United States in order to perhaps make some new friends and broaden the scope of their alliances around the world? Or are they doing the bidding of China? Are they essentially a mouthpiece for the Chinese Communist Party? I think at this point, we just don't know the answer to that, but its role in all of this is just so unlikely and bizarre. There are a lot of things that I don't think I expected to see in 2026. This is probably among the top ones that I did not expect to see. And yet somehow the Pakistanis have insinuated themselves into the White House. They're part of the discussions about Gaza. They're part of the Board of Peace. Now they're part of the Iran deal. How this has happened and what they want in return has yet to be explained.
Right. Now, if we see the statements that the Iranians have put out, it clearly indicates that they believe that Iran has won. There could be victory parades in Tehran, maybe tomorrow or maybe a week later. How do you sell a deal to the American public when the other side is celebrating on the streets, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, look, this actually gets to a core question that I think it's been really difficult to answer, not just for this war, but for all the wars of the 21st century rather. And this is the crux of it. The United States has gone to war several times. The Israelis have gone to war. And even you look at a country like Russia, they go to war. They win on a conventional level. They either gain territory or they degrade their enemy. They gain the upper hand. They prevent their enemy from being able to fight with any real power. And yet the other side declares victory simply by surviving, simply by waging an asymmetric war in response. And that's exactly what's happened here. The U.S. and Israel have absolutely dominated the battlefield. They have air superiority. They've destroyed the missiles, the nukes, all of the defense industrial base of the Islamic Republic. And yet, standing on the rubble, you have the IRGC waving the flag and saying that they've won this war because they were able to close the Strait of Hormuz with a few asymmetric attacks. This is, unfortunately, the playbook for modern warfare. And I do get a sense that Western nations that want to maintain their edge are going to have to start to redefine either what victory looks like or what the laws of war are at their core. And this, I think, we're just beginning to grapple with this because I think it's a problem